It is rare to come across such a young talent that can lift up an entire nation. A talent that stands out not only for his abilities, but also for the strength of his personal story. Lamin Yamal is one of those rare prodigies that are born once in a generation. At just 17 years old, her name is already synonymous with promise, but her rise to stardom is even more impressive when you look at her background, her struggle, and her ability to overcome any obstacle that has been put in her way. Lamin Yamal was born on July 13, 2007 in Esplugues de Llobregat, a small town near Barcelona. He comes from diverse origins. His father, Munir, is from Morocco, and his mother, Sheila, is from Equatorial Guinea. Both of them came to Spain in search of a better life, but it was not easy for the family. From a young age, Lamine experienced the difficulties of a childhood without many resources, and his life took an unexpected turn when his parents separated when he was still very young. Following this change, Lamine moved to Granollers to live with his mother, who did her best to support him. In those days, football was one of his only outlets. He couldn't afford to join a team, but that never stopped him from playing. He would spend hours dribbling in parks or even playing in the street, which allowed him to develop an incredible skill with the ball. Those early years, when Lamine was barely dreaming of becoming a professional, were fundamental in developing his confidence and love for the game. Those hours of improvised football became the foundation on which he would build his career. In those early days of his life in Granollers, Lamine's mother, Sheila, played a key role. Despite the financial difficulties, she never stopped supporting her son. Without resources, but with a lot of determination, she made sure that Lamine had everything he needed to be able to play. Sneakers, suitable clothing, and most importantly, the unconditional support he so desperately needed to fuel his dreams. In addition, she always kept Lamine away from bad influences, and with her guidance, the young footballer kept his focus on what really mattered, his passion for football. Despite financial difficulties, Lamine's talent did not go unnoticed. He was spotted by the director of the local club, La Torreta, who decided to invite him to train without him having to pay fees. At the age of 5, he began to show glimpses of his incredible ability, and just 2 years later, Barcelona noticed him and recruited him to join their academy. Despite his father being a fervent Real Madrid fan, Lamine always showed a natural inclination towards Barcelona, as he was a great admirer of Lionel Messi and especially Neymar. As he progressed through the youth ranks of the club, his name began to sound like one of the great promises of La Masia, with a technical ability and pace of play far more advanced for his age. The club's coaches and scouts began to compare Lamine to Messi himself, a fact that further fueled the legend that was beginning to form around him. Throughout his time at Barcelona's youth system, Lamine went through several stages of development, increasingly excelling in his position and surprising with his maturity despite his young age. At the academy, the coaches quickly realized that Lamine not only possessed natural ability, but that his vision of the game was extraordinary, something that set him apart from other young talents. While the other children were concentrating on dribbling or scoring goals, Lamine was already thinking about how to assist his teammates, a detail that distinguished him even more. Lamine's technique was not only that of a great dribbler, but that of a player with a deep understanding of football, something that allowed him to stand out as a future world star. The connection between Lamine and Messi was not limited to the football comparison alone. In 2007, when Lamine was just a few months old, he took part in a UNICEF campaign organized by Barcelona, where a draw was held among the residents of Rocafonda to make a charity calendar. Lamine was chosen to appear on the calendar alongside his idol, Messi. Although at that time little Lamine did not even know what the future held for him, this meeting would almost be a sign of destiny. In the photos, Lamine could be seen with a shy smile embraced by Messi. The image seemed almost like a prophecy, as if the young man was being welcomed into the Barcelona family by the biggest star of all. Fate, in some way, had marked him. Years later, when Lamine made his debut in the first team, that photo and that moment became a kind of symbol of the complete cycle of his career, a dream that came true. It was almost as if the universe was prepared to give him the opportunity to shine alongside those he most admired. Lamine's talent did not go unnoticed. His rise through the Barca youth system was meteoric, and in the 2022 to 2023 season, at just 15 years old, he made his first team debut in a La Liga match against Betis. With his debut, Lamine became the youngest player in the history of the club and La Liga, marking a milestone that would go down in the history books of football. Despite not having a professional contract, the young prodigy made the leap to the elite of world football with astonishing ease. Just months later, he signed his first professional contract with Barcelona, a deal negotiated by renowned agent Jorge Mendes. The contract guaranteed him a salary of approximately €1.67 million per year, which catapulted him even further to fame. His story became increasingly inspiring. A boy from a humble family who dreamed of being a footballer was now a rising star. Throughout his debut season, Lamine not only impressed with his technical ability, but also with his maturity and ability to play under the pressure that comes with wearing the Barca shirt. On several occasions, he was calm and precise in critical situations, a reflection of the mental strength that sets him apart from other young talents. It was at these moments that many began to say that Lamin Yamal could be the piece that Barca needed to regain their dominance in world football. With his talent recognized at club level, Lamin Yamal was soon called up to the Spanish U17 team, where he shone at the European Championships for his age group. At the tournament, he proved to be one of the most promising stars, scoring 4 goals and providing 2 assists. However, Spain were eliminated in the semi-finals, but Lamine's talent did not go unnoticed. Shortly after, Barcelona coach Xavi Hernandez gave him more opportunities in the 2023 pre-season. With Ousmane Dembele's departure to PSG, the doors to the first team opened for him. Lamine was quick to show his quality, providing an assist in his first match for the Gamper and starting in the second match day of La Liga. One of the crucial moments in Lamine's career was his decision on which national team he would represent at international level. While Morocco showed interest in recruiting him, the Spanish Federation stepped forward and called him up to their senior squad. In September 2023, Lamin Yamal became the youngest player to debut and score a goal for the Spanish national team, making history at the age of 16 years and 57 days. The decision to represent Spain was not an easy one, as Lamine had a strong connection to Morocco, his father's country. However, the young player's heart beat strongly for Spain, and his choice was an important step towards establishing himself as one of the most promising figures in the national team. Throughout the 2023 to 2024 season, Lamin Yamal only established himself as one of the great promises of world football. After his impressive debut for the national team, he continued his rise at Barcelona, actively participating in La Liga, the Champions League, and of course the Clásico against Real Madrid. His ability to unbalance any defense and his ability to assist and score goals made him indispensable for Barca. In his first full year as a professional, Lamine closed the season with 7 goals and 7 assists, becoming one of the pillars of the team, despite Barcelona's struggles. His presence on the field was a beacon of hope for fans, who saw in him the next big star of world football. In addition to his impressive individual talent, what truly sets Lamine apart is his ability to work as a team and his resilience. Throughout his career, Lamine has shown that he is not only an exceptional player, but also a great teammate. In his team, whether in the Spanish national team or at Barca, he has been seen interacting in a mature way with more experienced players, learning from them, and sharing his own vision of the game. This attitude has made him an example for his younger teammates and a key piece in the team's success. One of Lamine's most notable characteristics is his ability to remain humble and focused on hard work, despite the enormous achievements he has already achieved at his young age. His coach, Xavi Hernandez, has repeatedly praised Lamine's professional attitude, highlighting his willingness to learn and his dedication both on and off the field. As the 2024 season progresses, Lamin Yamal's future is uncertain, but also promising. At just 17 years old, he has already won the Copa Trophy for Best Young Player and has been named the youngest Golden Boy in history. His skill, maturity, and natural talent put him in a prime position to continue breaking records and fighting to be the next Ballon d'Or winner. With Barcelona facing financial difficulties, Lamine's future is up in the air. However, offers from other elite clubs, such as PSG, have already started to arrive, calling into question whether the young prodigy will remain at the club that saw him born. Only time will tell if Lamin Yamal will be the next great Barca legend, or if he will join the ranks of another club to conquer new horizons. Lamin Yamal is undoubtedly one of the most exciting talents we have seen in years. With his skill, charisma, and leadership ability, it seems that his career is destined to reach impressive heights. Will he be the future Ballon d'Or winner? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear: the world of football has a new gem, and his name is Lamin Yamal.